Welcome back to Thionite Plays Dragon Quest IX, Sentinels of the School Exploration Team. We are here in the basement. It's poison-filled, it's book-filled, it's probably dead student-filled, because there's nothing that says the catacombs of a long-forgotten school than, child skeletons in the basement. Tiki masks, let's fight. Let's start off strong by fighting in a pool of poison, because nothing says I'm in the basement of an old school than poison swamps, tiki masks, and a singular, very bored white priest. Over the course of his long life, Sir Sternovus learned about many peoples and cultures. It was through one of those cultures that he learned how to make tiki masks. The problem with these masks is that when exposed to above average levels of ambient magic, they tend to become sentient. After the death of Sir Sternovus, many of the masks were locked away in the old school, where they subsequently came to life. Rumors amongst the student body is that the masks in the art room are extensions of the tiki masks and are sentinels who are always watching for poor behavior. White priests used to be men that were hired by Sir Sternovus to provide spiritual guidance to his students. However, after one too many incidents involving hidden alcohol stashes and drunkenly slurred sermons, the priests were confined to the school's catacombs until they sobered up. Unfortunately for the priests, but fortunately for the students, Sir Sternovus died before they could be released. This has led to them languishing in the old school and resorting to making the Raving Reapers for company, but never finding said company satisfying. Let's start off strong by destroying these pendulous fools. Dynne is going to attack the white priest. Charles is going to be doing a classic crackle on two of the three. Nope. Charles is going to be doing a classic bang on all of the things. Bolts, you're going to be attacking, and Nuts, you're also going to be attacking, and hopefully that will be enough. These enemies are relatively strong, he says, killing one instantaneously. Because of our level ups, we should be on... Oh, you're protecting people. Yeah, one of the abilities of Tiki Masks is they are more than capable of acting as shields. They double as shields. Little known fact. As masks, they are quite proficient, but as shields, they are doubly so. They can essentially step in front of the attack meant for another person and absorb the damage. It doesn't really matter because they'll still take damage, and they're easily infatuated, apparently. They marvel at Charles' lucky hairstyle. It's an extremely lucky hairstyle. He's never died intentionally when he's worn his hair in that way. $500. Neat. I would gladly accept such a boon. There are many books on many shelves that I will endeavor to... Oh, I can't read them. Oh, that is a relief, because I would be like, well, what read next? How word all the time? I'd be so confused by the amount of books. I can now get on the bookshelves. This is not something you'd ever be able to do in a normal school library, because sometimes in the school libraries you got those ladders on the wheels that you use to get to really high bookshelves. You can't actually use those to climb on top of the bookshelves, shockingly enough. And even this, if you even if you did have the wherewithal and the balancing capabilities to make a bookcase, you wouldn't be able to walk up it because, oh wow, that was close. I want to fight you. You're a new enemy. You wouldn't be able to climb up the thing because it would be, a safety hazard and the school could get fined. Raving Reapers, fight them now. Despite being locked in Swinedimple's old school for generations, the Raving Reaper are shockingly sociable creatures. Originally the creations of bored white priests, these stuffed scythe wielders existed for the sole purpose of providing conversation to the priests. After the priests grew bored of the Reaper's ravings, they had to find a new purpose, and eventually scrounged up an old deck of cards. They then convinced some tiki masks and sculptresses to form a poker team. They're kind of terrifying. They're moldy and gross, and despite what you may think, the green sections of them aren't actually the mold, it's the red things. It's like crimson cordyceps. It's a terrifying creature. You definitely want to stay firmly away of Raving Reapers if you can help it. Charles, can you crackle both of them? Oh my god, you can. That's fantastic. Bolts and Nuts, you go for the other ones then. Oh wow, it is intercepting. That is what I was talking about before. They can intercept attacks. That's so annoying. Charles, can you deal with things? Can you stop? Now I'm only going to use Crackle on one. That's a waste of... Oh, it's Zamel is going haywire. 69 HP damage attack. Wow, that's potent. Oh, wow, they are resistant to ice, aren't they? That's not something I've ever covered in my bios. Dinkingua Kode Gra, nice. It probably won't matter, but I'll boost your tension regardless. But enemies have weaknesses to different elemental attacks, and it can be a problem. I really recommend, if you're doing this game as well, to potentially look into the things. Or, I mean, if you're doing this on your own, if you're doing your own playstyle, I do recommend reading the in-game bios because they will give a pretty good insight about the strategies that they will use. You capped out at 50? Well, what a waste of my time. Everyone else attack. Such a waste of my time. You didn't even get to attack, Dynne. That's fine. Get some experience, I suppose. 372 gold. Give me all the money. Money in the bank, baby. Let's continue to explore. We need to find loot. Nothing matters more to me than finding blue chests full of Resurrects. Nice. We're going to be needing more of those. Pardon me, my friend. Can I escort you in the other direction? Please remove yourself from the bookshelf. This is why people don't allow students up on the bookshelves, because it's hard to walk. Bookshelves aren't really designed for good through traffic of the student body, which is a design flaw in my eyes, because if you're going to have those giant ladders, the least you want to do is make sure that, your kids can walk on them properly. A brainy bracer. What exactly does that do? Because I remember that being somewhat helpful, or maybe it's good for recipes. An unusual accessory that enhances its wearer's magical might. Ooh, Charles, can you make use of that? Magical might. You know what? What does the Sorcerer's Stone do? Oh, it's basically a better version of the Sorcerer's Stone. You know what I think the Brainy Bracer is? I think it's literally something that uses a Sorcerer's Stone in the alchemy recipe to make it, which is good because now I have one for free, and that's absolutely incredible. Very, very good. Tiki Masks, excuse me. I'm just gonna scooch on past all of you. I need to continue to explore. I need to continue to explore these old book-filled shelves. I'm in a song-filled mood today. How do we... Oh, that white priest. Excuse me, sir. I need to scooch on past you. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to get past you, am I? I'm going to have to fight you, aren't I? Well, that's fine. I can fight you with no trouble because there's 4 of you. Well, I can erase you all instantaneously. They have been instantaneously defeated after one of them blew up and took a sizable chunk of my HP away. $381, thank you, I need more level ups. Although, after beating all those metal medleys, I don't expect the level ups to happen as quickly as I would like, because at level 26, a seed of Therapusis. Wow, I can go to therapy by eating seeds. This just in, you can replace your physical therapy by eating sunflower seeds. This is not actual practical medical advice because I am not a licensed psychoanalyst. Oh, Tiki Mask. Why is there just a bunch of wooden slats? That seems so inefficient. Are you not gonna aggro on me? These enemies do not seem to want to chase me down, which is good because if they're not going to get in my way, I will not do anything to them. I can read these bookshelves. There's a book called Elements of Alchemy, Earth and Wind. You can alchemize agility rings if you want, but they're also available from blue chests. Dynne finds recipes for a Terra Tamper, a Terra Firmer, and a Terra Hammer. He also finds recipes for a Gustarang, a Blusterang, and a Blowy Blow. Blowy Bow. Not a blowy blow. That's a different thing entirely. Not to mention recipes for a billowing bow and a blustery bow. Wow, so many recipes, except for this one who has none. I need to fight you. More new enemies. These are Sculptresses. Sculptresses come in 2 different variations, the first generation and the newborns. Legend has it that the first generation Sculptresses were created by master Ice-Killers. Sadly, that level of skill hasn't been seen in many years. The newborns, however, are said to be the children of the ancient first generation. As beings of ice and frost, they are widely known as the harbingers of winter, and any suitably large collection of Sculptresses will bring blizzards and snowstorms seemingly all season. Icy golems of frozen potential. I will annihilate them. I'm going to have these guys as ice enemies are almost certainly very resistant to crackle, so bang, it is. Bolts, I'm going to ask you to heal Nuts, and Nuts, I'm asking you to do a classic mid-heal on bolts. You two can heal each other, and then we can focus on... Probably should have had Nuts heal Charles, all things considered. Oh, buff. They can buff themselves? Ooh, that's kind of concerning. How much damage do they do? None, because Dynne is someone who does not take damage from such weak creatures. It's the slime hat. The power of the slime hat knows no bounds. Can you do bang? Why did they not do bang before? No, Charles did it. I'm just forgetful. I am a fool, but that's fine. That is what we're all about. Nuts, I need you to heal up Charles. That is one of them down. Very nice, very nice. As long as they don't start freezing me solid, then I'm fine with everything. Dynne might be able to deal with one of them. Oh, wow, 47. Oh, I am concerned about some of the enemies in here. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be, by the power of our slime hat, we'll be perfectly fine and capable of dealing with anything that crosses our path. Pots. Pot. Oh my god, Gleben Groats. Neat. There don't seem to be any books of interest. Wow. Oh, there's a book called Glad Rags for Glad Lads and Lasses. Get your Brighton Rocks near Gleba and your Mirror Stones in the Erdis Marshlands, and you'll be in for some blinding results. Dynne finds recipes for a flamenco shirt, a dancer's dress, and a superstar suit. Who wants to go flamenco dancing with the man in a school blazer and a slime hat? I'm sure the ladies would love to watch me break it down funky style on the dance floor in a flamenco shirt, because you don't need to go and do some flamenco style dancing if you're wearing a flamenco shirt. It just allows you easy access into bars and dance clubs that style themselves as flamenco bars. It's like a VIP ticket straight to the VIP rooms. He also finds recipes for a Technicolor tutu, a twinkling tuxedo, and a shimmering dress. Wow. If I get myself a flamenco shirt and I get everyone, I can get Charles a tuxedo and Nuts and Bolts can have shimmering dresses. You could be like my backup dancers. We could start our own flamenco group. Not to mention recipes for a star circlet and fancy pants. Flamenco shirt, star circlet, fancy pants. Oh, I know what we're going to be focusing our alchemy skills on in the near future. This is a maze of tables because the city planners of this particular room were non-existent. Einhander? What kind of, is that for defense or deftness? I have vague recollections. I'm going to say deftness, which is going to be interesting. Is it? It is. Deftness, a one-handed glove that makes the wearer look well hard. Deftness up on bolts from 242 to 261. That is quite the upgrade. I am absolutely going to do that. And it matches the color style of her other, black and maroon outfit. And since you don't have anything to match with your helmet, that is way better. The blue clogs, the blue gloves, the blue slime hat. That is the style choice of someone who has the aesthetic skills of a god. Almighty, eat your heart out. Was there anything else over there? I might as well check. Excuse me, none of these enemies seem like, I am immediately proven incorrect by these Reapers. More enemies, die. They died. Enemies are defeated. More experience. A level up for Nuts. That's incredible. Look at those stats. 94 to 97, 125 to 129. That magical mending. Crossing the 140 threshold. That is neat. More attributes. And 500 gold. I will gladly set my sights on that. A pot with a medicinal herb. Wow. And a bedroom. Whoa, excuse me there. I did not want to intervene on your behalf. Spells. I need Nuts to heal Charles because Charles took a bit of damage in that last fight, so we need to get him back up. How much is he at? You know what? He can have another heal. Nuts can give Charles a little heal as a treat. No, why are there Reapers in the way? Go away, Reapers, please. There's only 2 of you. That's not something to concern myself with. And concern myself with them, I shall absolutely not. Go away, you wicked, vile creatures. You are not desirable to fight. Okay, I'm glad I didn't go down there because there wouldn't have been anything. This room is ominously open. I am sure this will be where I need to go. Oh, I see living beings. Oh my god. Are these statues of Noctua? Do you just have a cookie cutter template for your guardian statues just in the basement? It's like whenever we seemingly need a new guardian statue, because as a Celestrian, I can comment behind the curtains, behind the scenes type of thing. But whenever a new Guardian is assigned to a new area, a new flock land, a new Protectorate of their own, shall we say, the mortals therein mysteriously forget the name of the previous Guardian, which is why everyone was so confused when I originally took over for Aquila in Angel Falls. It's like, did they always say Dynne? It's like, of course they did. They always said Dynne. It's just like, but some, I remember it started with like an ah sound, and it's like, no, it started with a duh sound because it's Dynne and Aquila. It's a weird thing. Once Noctua retires, they're probably just gonna wheel one of these out. The only reason anyone comes down to the old school these days is to get new statues. They have to go all the way through the swamp, poison-filled places of the old basement, battling tiki masks and sculptresses all the while, just to come down to this particular hallway in this particular classroom, which is a weird place to keep your statues in like the dead end portion of a hallway next to a classroom inside its own room. But they need to come down here, haul them all the way back up through, again, more tiki masks, because the tiki masks are omniscient, and they need to drag it all the way up to the very top of the school. It's a really involved process. It's a miracle. I mean, I am all for using the architectural styles of the Grand Masters from prehistory, but like, maybe it might be safer if you could, like, make your own new ones instead of relying on old ones. Anyway, do we need to heal? We probably need to heal. I'm just gonna heal all because I don't want to think. Nuts cast heal. Charles is healed. Nuts cast heal. Bolts is healed. Nuts cast healed. Everyone is healed. Great. Hopefully we have enough MP to deal with whatever comes next, because if there's nothing I know better, it's being able to gauge the abilities of my enemies. I am here to rescue you, wayward students. You, boy. You're late. And swine dimples. Are swine dimples students these days really such daydreaming dawdlers? Well, what are you waiting for? Don't just stand there with your mouth open. Sir. I can absolutely understand that back in your day, there was a lot less, understanding and accommodations towards students, but I don't have my mouth open. That's just the shape of my head. I realize that you may not have had a slime student in the past, but that's a biological function of my body. You can't hold it against me for having my mouth open. That's how I breathe. Are you discriminating against slimes, Sir Swine Dimples? I will feed you to the pigs. See, that's how I breathe. I'm talking to you, idiot boy. Now sit yourself down. Never. I will never conform to the whims and desires of the modern education system. No, never. Let me out. Why did you bolt the door closed? I can't leave. Nuts, you're going to be in charge. Me, Charles, and Bolts are going to sit down, and we're going to take our lashings on our knuckles with the rulers of the teacher with aplomb. But if we ever start to, lose our composure, just ram your trident through Swine Dimple's ghostly form. I have no doubt in my mind it'll be super effective. Where can I sit? Where can I sit? I want to sit. Are you guys all right? I should probably talk to my fellow peers. Get out of here, Dynne. Peg it while you still can. The old loony's put some spell on us so we can't flip and move. He'll get, well, except for our mouths, of course, because we're teenagers. We never shut up. We'll get you and all if you don't get out of here. No, let me talk to the one in the middle. I can't get to the one in the middle. Yo, girl, are you all right? I need to talk to you, Blondie. Help. He's been teaching us for ages with no breaks or anything. Oh, wow, the poor work ethic of the modern student. They can't go more than 30 minutes without a 5-minute break. It's like, oh, the class is only 55 minutes, but no, I can't do that. I need that 5-minute break to go to the bathroom. What a bunch of whiners. I can't take much more of this. As long as you've got food, you're fine, because, can I speak to you? I can. Oh my God, I can talk to you across the desk. Okay, I get it. I promise I'll never skeeve off lessons again. What kind of word is that? It's just like some kind of skydiving? Skydive. You must be rather proficient with the parachutes if you're willing to cancel your day classes to go parachuting. Let me out of here, you big loony. Are you good, bro? Can I intervene on my peers' behalf? Because I feel like I kind of need to. Did I not tell you to sit down? Don't you give me that look, young man, or are you trying to get yourself in trouble? Foolish child, you dare to answer back to me? Do you think yourself some kind of hero already? I'm not just any hero, I am the guardian of all heroes. I am the guardian of Swine Dimples. I am Guardian Hero Dynne, Celestrian Guardian Master of the Protectorate. Third most powerful, competent, and all-around dazzling guardian in the entire observatory and protectorate. There's no place at Swine Dimples for such extraordinary impudence, idiot boy. Oh no, he's being subsumed by the purple. Wow, he transformed faster than Jack Abbott ever could dream of. He's big. He is swole. He is Sir Sternovus Swine Dimples. Sir Swolevus Swine Dimples, because I can make jokes. Founder of this academy, you will do as your superiors tell you. I'm not going to do that voice for much longer, because I'll tear my throat apart. That's actually how I died. I died because of extremely advanced strep throat from talking like this. You'll not be educated until you can learn to behave. And punishment is the only way, so ostensibly disobedient as yourself will ever learn. Now, boy, it's time to learn your lesson. I will beat you with this book and poke you until you bleed like a stuck pig with this pointer. It's made of mahogany, after all. The strongest, most stylish wood. The Headmaster. The Headmaster is the fig-fueled form of the late Swine Dimples headmaster, Sir Sternovus. Having seen the utter depths these modern students have fallen to, possessing a lack of basic grammar, cheating on assignments, the inability to carve their own chairs, Sir Sternovus now finally has ample reason and ability to correct these grievous oversights. With heavy focus towards corporal punishment, the Headmaster seeks nothing more than to instill a sense of discipline and intrinsic motivation in his students. What has been forgotten in the years since his death is the rewards that the pupils of Sir Sternovus would achieve after graduating. The ability to spirit walk and possess creatures, prodigious parkour prowess, and the ability to speak long dead and forgotten languages. These boons are the reason why so many hopeful students flocked to the one-time prestigious Swine Dimples Academy. That and reasonably priced underwear. I have no idea how this particular fight is going to go, because the Headmaster is about 3 bosses beyond our current capabilities. If we had done this linearly in the normal progression, we would have fought 2 more bosses before we came here. So hopefully 26, 27, 27, and 28 in terms of the levels are appropriate. Can we raise our tension? We can. Let's focus down on bolts. Doing this to our 2 strongest hitters is probably not the smartest thing to do, but I'm sure it'll be fun. Dynne, you can do that. Charles, can we... I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try Sap. I want to see if it will lower the defenses. Bolts, I'm just gonna have you defending. Nuts, what kind of spells do you have? Oh, I can... Oh, Tingle allows me to Kalu Limpa all my paralysis away. Wow, I must have learned that in the slime medley training session. I am also going to buff Charles. I'm actually gonna buff Charles's defense because oh no, Crackle. That doesn't do nearly as much as I thought it would. Only like high, 48 damage. Oh, with Crackle. Dynne gets the coup de grace as well. Okay, if Dynne is getting the coup de grace, we're going to not focus on bolts. Even if Dynne only gets to 50, that's fine. Okay, Bolts is going to get 5 extra tension. Dynne, you're going to coup de grace. I did not pay attention to whether or not Sap worked. I don't know, but you're going to do it again just in case. Bolts, you're going to do... I don't believe I can poison this particular dude, so I'm just going to attack. Nuts, I need you to continually keep up on the heals, so do mid-heal on Dynne. I do not want Dynne... Oh, no, Charles. Oh, 44 on Charles. Please don't attack. Oh, my God. Ooh, we need to be... Oh, Nuts is primed for a coup de grace. That's actually real nice. 105. That's only with 5 tension. That's not terrible. Nuts as a priest. Her coup de grace, Choir of Angels, will heal... Oh, its defense decreases a lot. Okay, that's great. Please go to 100. 5, 20, 50. Okay, 50 is fine. If Bolts can eke out 100 damage with 5, Dynne should probably, especially with the defense lowered. So let's go for a pure attack. Charles, I need you to do Accelerate. And then Bolts, you actually need to heal, shockingly enough. I need you to heal Charles. And wait, actually, if Nuts is going to heal, I might, ooh, it would depend. If he goes for Charles, I need Nuts to move before him. No, I think Bolts needs to heal, or Bolts needs to attack, and I think we just need to risk Charles and Nuts to be healed by Choir of Angels. I think we just need to go for it. 73, that's good. Nuts. Oh, she had like 47 and she died for 48. Oh God, I should have had Bolts heal Nuts. Okay, well, Bolts is now our designated healer, which is very much no bueno. 421. Okay. This is super no bueno. Let's see if we can't get some paralysis going. I don't think we can, but Parallax, go for it. Oh, God, I can't believe Nuts is dead. Do I have... Where is that Yggdrasil leaf? Does anyone have the Yggdrasil leaf? We have soft words. They heal 60 HP. You know what? Charles... I can have Bolts do a soft wort on Charles. Actually, I'm going to have... but Bolts is quicker. I'm gonna... Nuts going down, not getting that Choir of Angels off is problematic in the extreme. Okay, Charles, let's do, Crackle yourself. Bolts only has 2 soft words. Oh, because, Charles has the soft... Okay, use soft words on Charles, because you're faster. That'll get him another turn to survive. 64. Okay, that's pretty good. Please stop attacking my poor boy. I just said, oh, and there goes Charles. Well, there goes all of our soft words. 139? Dynne, oh my God, keep doing that, please, Parallax. Everyone else is still able to survive, so just keep piling on. Oh, critical hits. If we pull this out, we will be blessed. It'll be a miracle. Okay, Dynne is still alive. Bolts is gonna need to soft wort. Parallax, can we get the paralysis, please? 126. Okay, this is fine. We might lose this. We'll probably lose this, but we will try anyway. We only have 1 more soft word. Oh, God. Well, this is super no bueno. Crackle. Wow. Snap, crackle, and pop. Please don't kill me. His defenses return to normal. Oh, that's why we've been doing so much damage. I have no doubt we might be able to pull this out. Everyone, just keep attacking. Maybe Bolts can kill him with that 46. He's enthralled. Oh, Dynne is dead. Wow. This is what I was concerned with the levels. I feel like we might be able to pull this out if we just strategize a bit better. Because now they're dead. We died. Oh, my goodness gracious. All right, let's roll this back. We will take this fight from the top. Okay. We're back in the fight, and we're going at this with a different strategy. We're not going to be focusing on raising our tension, because I think we just need to keep up the damage for as long as possible. As long as they want to focus down on individuals like Dynne, we should be fine. We might need to dedicate Bolts. If the plan for attacks, we probably just need to do as much damage with the Dynne and Bolts respectively. Charles, I feel like, has to work on pretty much exclusively buffs and debuffs. We already got 2 saps off, which is good. Now I need Charles to start doing Accelerate so we can move faster. Bolts, I need you to keep doing Toxic Dagger on the off chance we're able to poison him. I don't think so, but Toxic Dagger is still doing rather good. I wish I had a healing spell that did heal on pretty much everyone. Nuts is almost exclusively going to be focusing on healing. Oh, please don't die. Zamel, don't... Okay, Charles. Charles has got good magical defenses, so that's fine. 75 damage, that's fine as well. Accelerate, I definitely want to get 1 more of those off. I need Nuts to have, like, Choir of Angels again at some point. Because only being able to heal a single person is... 135, that's fine. Dynne is, on the off chance that we do get paralysis, just going to keep going with Parallax. Charles is going to do Acceleratle again. I'm going to have Bolts heal Charles and Nuts mid-heal herself. That should allow Nuts and Bolts to go first because of the Acceleratle, and then we increase our agility a lot. So we should be outpacing him with everyone except for Dynne, which is definitely good. That should get Charles up to a point where he can survive. Zamel on Bolts, that's fine. He can raise his tension. Oh, that is terrifyingly dangerous. Oh, that is monumentally bad. Oh, no. Okay, Charles. I need... Nuts has to heal Bolts. Charles doesn't need to do debuffs at the moment. You could do Kasap, but that's for a group of enemies. Go for Crackle in this case. And then Bolts, I need you to just pure attack, and Nuts, I need you... Yeah, safe than sorry. Mid-heal Bolts. Crackle does 53. Every amount counts. 78, that's fine. Mid-heal, that's good. Hopefully he doesn't do double trouble. Oh my god, that is perfect. He was enthralled and wasted his tension. Oh, that is about the best thing that could have happened. His defense is down, so Charles now has a new objective. 98 damage is still pretty good for having non-debuffed defenses. Go back to Sap, and then Bolts attack Nuts. You're going to heal Dynne. 44. That we need to get that tension. We need to get those defenses right back down. Defenses decrease. That's pretty good. Because without any special abilities or the pure strength of a gladiator, Nuts or Bolts isn't going to be doing much. Ooh, 34, 36. Bolts might have to heal Charles, while Nuts heals the other Dynne. And Dynne does have the Yggdrasil leaf. I did check that, so that's fine. Dynne, you need to attack. Charles, you need to sap. Bolts, I need you to heal Charles. Nuts, I need you to mid-heal Dynne once again. As long as we keep up to date with our agility, as long as we can outpace him, as long as we get the advantage on the turn order. Oh, Nuts' defenses. Right, because we... Oh, it's unaffected? Ooh. That's fine. 25 damage. I would gladly take that. Oh, nice. One of those missed. That's good. 90 damage. That's fine. Attack Charles. You need to continue to use Sap. Bolts, you need to attack. And Nuts, you need to mid-heal Charles this turn around. 61. That's fine. Mid-heal on Charles. That's good. Come on. Get that Sap. Get that Sap. Drain his defense. He isn't affected. I need that to go through there. Charles, I need you to make those land. 43. 87, that's fine. Dynne keeps attacking Charles. I need that sap to go through, my friend. I need it to go through. Bolts. Charles is fine for another turn. Bolts, you can attack. Ooh, Nuts is running low on relatively low on 8. We still have a fair few turns of mid-heal, but not sure if it'll last. I hope it'll last. We've been doing pretty consistent damage in this particular attempt. Defense decreases. Very good. Double trouble on Nuts. Ooh, that's dangerous. Don't go for Nuts again. Oh, okay. Nuts needs to heal herself. Perfectly timed critical hit. Oh, and the defense is dropped as well for that. That is very timely. Good timing. Dynne, you need to keep attacking. Charles. What does Charles want to do? Can Charles buff? Because Sap, what does Bounce do? Reflects all enemy spells. That's only on Charles. Do you have any abilities? I'm going to try. I'm only going to dedicate one turn to this, but I'm going to try and do anti-magic to prevent stuff like a Zamel. Yes. Yes. Making more MP. I'm going to use anti-magic. Just on the off chance. Bolts, I need you to heal. Nuts needs to heal herself, so Bolts needs to heal herself. So Nuts and Bolts, you're on healing duty for yourselves. That'll get you up reasonably healthy. Don't go for Charles. Ooh, our agilities are returning to normal. That's bad. Okay, Charles needs to definitely be doing that. He's unaffected. Okay, I would have thought. Oh, 50 damage. I'm glad I healed her. Ooh, crackle. 29, 27, 27. Okay, not terrible damage. Oh, we did it. Nice. Good job, Dynne, for the kill. That's what we're talking about. With a timely bit of strategy and some good critical hits, we have defeated the Headmaster. Each party remembers them gaining themselves 2,500 EXP a pop. I'm glad no one died in that particular attempt, so everyone gets the full amount of experience that they could have gotten. Charles, my boy, leveling up to level 28. Look at that magical might. Also crossing that 140 threshold. Very good. Charles' attributes improve, and he learns Boom. Oh, that is what I'm talking about, baby. Oh, yeah. After going toe-to-toe with the ancient spirit of the master of Swine Dimple's Academy, Charles has gained the knowledge that that is a different enemy. Sorry, I'm conflating my enemies. That the Headmaster has acquired over his long life. Charles can now make everything explode with power heretofore unknown to humankind. 2,500 gold, and he drops a treasure chest that contains a phial of Sage's elixir. That is going to be very nice for alchemy. I will gladly take that to the bank. What do we got? He's dead. We've defeated him. Oh God, I have to do his voice again. No! Without me, my academy will overrun with lazy, oafish, impudent boys and girls. Oh, he's despondent. He just wants quality education for the youth of the future. But instead, he has to deal with lazy, cheating, incompetent, chair-making, carving fools. Oh, my head. Oh, right, I need to reclaim my fruit salad ingredient from heaven. Dun 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 dun. I got the golden fig. Oh, that pertains love. That's gonna go lovely in my pockets. I don't know why I said pertain. Sometimes I just say words without thinking about what they mean. Are you freed from the influence of the divine tree shrub's figs? Whatever is going on? This is my, old classroom, is it not? And you children must be Swine Dimple students. Marvelous, marvelous. But, why ever do you all look so glum? Are you bloomin' joking? Because you dragged us down here through poison swamped and tiki masks and locked us up, you horrible old ghost. Oh, I'm busting for the toilet. I can't wait much longer. It's no use. I'm gonna go. No, please don't piss in your pants. There's already too much poison swamp down here. We don't need to add to it. I'm so hungry. I feel faint. Gotta get out of here and get something to eat. The purple goo outside may look like it may taste like grape, but I assure you, it's very much not. I may have licked it on the way back down here after I had to consult with the Almighty after dying, but it doesn't taste like grape jelly. It's quite toxic. As a Celestrian, I'm able to digest it, but as a human, you would drop dead and rot in the swamp. I locked you all up. Are you sure? Oh, perhaps I did. Yes, I seem to remember a little now. You must forgive me, children. I really wasn't quite myself, you see. I may be stern, but that's just because my name is Sternivis. I have to live up to my mother's desire for me to live up to my name, so I live up to her desire for me to live up to my potential. Even in my time, in my unfortunate state, I had your best interests, by which I mean your rehabilitation at heart. School really is a prison system, isn't it? Focusing on rehabilitation, quote unquote. You're all brimming with potential. Rough diamonds, every one of you. But, I'd have to give you an F for effort. Because effort, it starts with F. So I asked the fruit of the power to, persuade you all to, apply yourselves a little more to your studies. But it seems my desire to, reform you was a little fiery and became, once the fruit took hold, positively, monstrous. I cannot tell you how sorry I am, children. I can see now how, wrong I was. But you, young man, going to such lengths to, aid your fellow scholars, quite extraordinary. And what is your name? Dynne, eh? I had a student one year named Dynne. He was a marvelous actor. He was the reason that we had a mass sweeping wide change to the art and culture division of the entire school. The reason why we have an art program is because of that man. He was remarkable. He was a remarkable student. I always wondered what he got up to. Dynne, you, on the other hand, are a credit to Swimples, despite the fact that you're not properly clad completely in school-sanctioned attire. I can rest in peace knowing that my academy is capable of turning out such fine specimens as yourself. I am glad I can lead you on to the great arms of the Almighty Sir Swimples. Your school is in no finer hands than Guardian Dynne's. Well, he could have found out that without putting all... Sorry, Celestrian ears got to engage. Yeah, well, he could have found out that without putting us through all this rubbish, couldn't he? Stupid old ghost. Rough diamonds. I like that. Did you hear that? He said we were rough diamonds. So if we went to lessons a bit more often, we'd be smoother diamonds? Maybe I should Sorry, I have to pound my head. The Celestrian ears are still attuned to thick accents rather than poor grammar. Maybe I should start going more often. You're free! I have returned your free will, because that's the power of Celestrian. I can grant free will unto the masses. However reluctantly, but I have to follow my, prime directive. I can move again! Thank goodness for that. Now I can finally go to the loo. Just be wary of the poison swamps and the tiki masks. Oh, thanks, you saved our bacon. Cheers, Dynne. I owe you one. Yeah, just maybe invest in some chairs for the students. They'll need some chairs. Oh, whoops. I still kind of wanted to, I can go back down there. I had business. Oh, wonderful. Just, wonderful. You brought them all back safe and sound. What an incredible relief. All right, I was tasked with finding missing students. There were 2 of them, and I found 3 because I witnessed one parkour off the school's roof and get himself stuck to. Right, that makes sense that I found them then. So the ghost of Sir Sturdimus Swinedimple was behind it all. The ghost of the founder of the academy was behind kidnapping a ghost. I'm sorry. This is a prestigious academic institution, my slimy friend. A ghost? Sure. You found the students. I'm not going to question you. All of this, it was honestly really all my fault. The drop in standards under my headship caused him to quite literally, presumably, turn into his grave. He didn't turn into his grave. That would be, I feel like it would be a bit easier to deal with if he turned into a grave. I suppose I am a little too, soft. I shall, endanger the name of Swinedimples no longer. What is with all of the headmasters of this school having really awkward pauses and stutters? Like, it's like I fully realize that I am not one to talk, but I feel like the headmaster of a prestigious academic institution like Swinedimples Academy for Impressionable Boys and Girls should be more well articulate. Really, the impetus for this entire problem, your lax standards notwithstanding, is the egregious pricing of the underwear at the school shop. Because I have maintained this since the first time I stepped foot in Swinedimples, and I was able to corroborate with Sir Sturdimus Swinedimples himself. Back in his day, the underwear was way cheaper, like $20 a max, and that was for a 3-pack of underwear. So like this stuff with the $3,000 lingerie, maybe we want to drop back on the pricing, because if your main source of income and monetary support for the school is rich trust fund kids' inheritances and kindly donations and lingerie sales, I feel like you're doing something drastically incorrect. You have wisdom beyond your years, my slimy friend. I will take your guidance and guide my pupils with a firmer hand from now on, and I will also lower the price of the school's underwear shop within 6 months to 18 business years. And you, our distinguished detective, as promised, you cracked the case before Swinedimple's reputation could be tarnished any further than I've already allowed it to. Our grammar studies are non-existent. I beg your pardon? You are not, in fact, an investigator. Yeah, I should. Now that I finished the job with success, I should probably come clean that I'm not legally a detective, or a sleuth, or an investigator, or a sloth, or a slime, but we'll keep that a secret. And as such, while I will take the reward, it's not going to be taxed under the 1912-subsection-A subsection C tax code of the Protectorate Detective Society. So I'm going to need you to pay about 1.5 times the going rate because I'm actually a freelancer and not a licensed investigator. I'm glad you think that doesn't matter because you're still gonna have to give me my reward though. Inspector you're not legally allowed to call me that. It's a nickname, sure, I'm fine with that, but you're not legally allowed to call me an inspector. Protector, guardian, hero, savior of Stornwell, bane of headmasters, all of those, very good. Guardian of Angel Falls, the third greatest guardian in the observatory. Apprentice of a I have a lot of titles as a guardian. The third greatest guardian. Again, not to brag about my titleage, but I have a lot. It comes with being this old. Please accept this remainder of your remuneration. Yes, thank you. I'm sorry, I ramble a lot too. It's a disease. Dynne receives 3,000 gold. See, that is better. See, normally I would have been paid 2,500, but because, again, not licensed as a legitimate inspector, I get the 3,000. That's good. That's good. And, I think you'll agree that I was not mistaken. You truly are a great detective. I might have skills that I would be able to apply to a detective position, but again, legally distinct, I am not a detective. Or a sloth, or a slime, or a sleuth, or an investigator. Or a PI. Oh, I almost forgot. Our weapons instructor have all returned from the annual teachers conference. They weren't going out into the tundras to cull the apocalypse population. They get at it. If I may confide in you, Investigator Dynne, it's a bit of a problem. If you're ever out around the grounds of Swimples, if you see any apocalypses, could you maybe deal with them? It's a bit of a pain. They always get into our granaries. It's a bit. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there. No need to think on that any further. If you'd like to improve any of your skills, please don't hesitate to ask them for instruction. Oh no! Oh God! I think I remember what that just implied. I think there are side quests relating to more classes everywhere in this school now. Oh God, I'm gonna have to do more side quests. I will never get to the desert. Oh God, we'll never get to Gleba. All I wanted to do was go to Gleba. We'll never get there. That's gonna wrap it up for this episode. This was a good one. We managed to successfully defeat many monsters, navigated poison swamps in the catacombs of an old forgotten portion of a half-buried school of a prestigious academy that was once something great. On the next episode, I loathe to say this, but it's probably going to be entirely talking and side quests, depending on what those side quests contain. Who knows? Will we leave Swimples? Almost certainly not. Will we leave the area around Swimples? Swimples? I will abbreviate Swimples as Swimples from now on, and the answer to that aforementioned question is a most emphatic absolutely not. And with that, whether you watch for 30 seconds or the entire thing, thank you so much for tuning in to yet another episode of Dragon Quest IX, Sentinels of the Toxic-Filled Catacombs of Sub-School Basements. Later.